In this lecture, we will discuss the power spectral density related problems. So, first question is given that a random process x of t is having an autocorrelation function, which is written by Rx of tau is equal to e raised to minus 4 modulus of tau is applied to the input system with impulse response h of t is equal to e raised to minus 2t for t greater than 0 and 0 otherwise. Find the autocorrelation function of the response y of t. Okay, if you consider this particular question, there is an LTI system. There is an LTI system, and we are applying an input signal x of t at the input side, and we will get some random process y of t at the output side. So this is a input random process, and this is the output random process. And this LTI system is characterized by its impulse response, which is h of t. Okay. Now, by using the spectral concept, we know that the input power spectral density, if it is Sx of f, and the Fourier transform of this h of t, or the frequency response of the system is h of f, then the output power spectral density Sy of f can be written as modulus of h of f the whole square into input power spectral density. That is, output power spectral density can be written as modulus of h of f the whole square into input power spectral density. And once you calculate the output power spectral density, or we can say that the autocorrelation function and power spectral density is later like this. The power spectral density is actually the Fourier transform of autocorrelation function. Okay. Rx of tau, then it is Sx of f. So similarly, you can find Rx of tau by evaluating the inverse Fourier transform of Sx of f. In this particular question, we need to find the output autocorrelation function. So we can first find Sy of f, and then we can find Ry of tau by taking the inverse Fourier transform of Sy of f. Okay, so we can approach this concept here. So first we need to find the Fourier transform of Sx of f. Or we need to find Sx of f by taking the Fourier transform of this Rx of tau. So in this particular question, it is given Rx of tau. It is given by e raised to minus 4 modulus of tau. Okay, and h of t is given by the equation e raised to minus 2t for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So if you find the Fourier transform of this particular signal, e raised to minus 2t, the Fourier transform for t greater than 0, so it's simply into u of t. So we can write it's 1 by 2 plus j omega, or in terms of f, we can write 1 by 2 plus j 2 pi f. Okay. So for this particular signal, either you can use the standard result e raised to minus a modulus of t for a transform of this particular signal. The standard result you can use, that is 2a by a square plus omega square, or in terms of f, we can write 2a a square plus 2 pi f the whole square. Otherwise, you can calculate the Fourier transform. Fourier transform we can write either in x of j omega form like this, integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e raised to minus j omega t dt, or you can use the equation representation x of f is equal to integral minus infinity to infinity x of t e raised to minus j 2 pi ft dt. Okay. So if we consider this modulus signal is actually contained, otherwise you can use this particular equation, that is the autocorrelation function, Rx of tau, it is given e raised to minus 4 modulus of t. Means for the positive side, you can consider e raised to minus 4, t is positive. So you can consider this function. For the negative side, you can consider e raised to minus 4 into minus 2. So it's a double-sided exponential signal. So this is the general form of this Rx of tau. And if you find the Fourier transform of this signal, you will get like this, e raised to minus 4 tau for the positive side. Okay, it's something like this. And the Fourier transform of this signal is 1 by 4 plus j omega, or you can write 1 by 4 plus j 2 pi f. Okay. And for other signal, for the negative side, it's e raised to 4 tau u of minus tau. Okay. Is equivalent to that, the left-sided sequence. So if you write the Fourier transform of this particular signal, it becomes 1 by 4 minus j omega, or you can write 1 by 4 minus j 2 pi f. Okay. So if you combine these two, you can write e raised to minus modulus of tau. You can combine these two results. So 1 by 4 plus j omega into 1 by, sorry, not into, it's plus, because we need to apply linearity property, it becomes 4 minus j omega. And after simplification, you get 2 4 divided by 4 square plus omega square. Okay, so here it is, instead of a, it is 4. So you can write 8 by 4 square plus omega square. Now, the Fourier transform of h of t can represent as h of f. So here it is, you can write 8 by 4 square 2 pi f the whole square. Okay. Here you can write h of f is equal to, because h of t is given by e raised to minus 2t for t greater than 0 and 0 for t less than 0. So simply you can find, okay, I already written this, e raised to minus 2t into u of t. So you can write either 1 by 2 plus j 2 pi f, or you can write h of j omega is equal to 1 by 2 plus j omega. You can use either one. And now we can apply the power spectral density concept here. The output power spectral density is modulus of h of f the whole square into input power spectral density. So if you take the modulus of h of j omega, it's simply 1 by 2 square plus omega square into the other term is 8 by, we are written in terms of f, so we can use other notation. It's simply 1 pi 4 plus j, or you can write 2 pi f the whole square. Okay, if we take the modulus, and into the second term is simply 8 by 4 square plus 2 pi f the whole square. So we got sy of f. Now we need to calculate the autocorrelation function of the output. So it's simply the inverse Fourier transform of sy of f. So you need to take the inverse Fourier transform of this particular quantity, then 1 by, for the simplicity I will write omega here instead of 2 pi f. So omega square into 8 by 16 plus omega square. So now we need to take the partial fraction here. So in order to find the inverse Fourier transform, so I can write 1 by 4 plus, or we can write here the inverse Fourier transform of, can write like this: a by 4 plus omega square plus b by 16 plus omega square. Okay. Uh, so if you simplify this, we can calculate a into 16 plus omega square plus b into 4 plus omega square is equal to 8. So from this, you can calculate a and b. Will get a is equal to 2 by 3 and b is equal to minus 2 by 3. So we can apply this a and b values in the equation. So we'll get inverse Fourier transform of it's 2 by 3, 1 by 4 plus omega square plus minus 2 by 3 into 1 by 16 plus omega square. Okay. Now we can find the inverse Fourier transform of each term. So if you compare this result with a standard e raised to minus a modulus of tau, it is written as 2a by a square plus omega square. So if you write this, it's simply 1 by 4 plus omega square. It's almost similar to this, but this is actually 2 square. Okay. So we can write an additional term 2a is required. So in order to simplify that, I can divide with 1 by 4. So which I can write like this: e raised to minus 2 modulus of tau. And similarly, the other term 1 by 16 plus omega square. So if you consider this equation as 1 by 4 square plus omega square, if you want to write in e raised to minus a modulus of tau, then you need a term 2a in the numerator. So you can write 2 4. So that is 1 by 8. We'll multiply with 8 in the numerator and denominator. Then you can write it is e raised to minus 4 modulus of tau. So the inverse Fourier transform will be like this. After taking the inverse Fourier transform, 2 by 3 is a constant, and remaining term is 1 by 4 here. 1 by 4 e raised to minus 2 modulus of tau minus 2 by 3 is already taken. Then remaining is 1 by 8 e raised to minus 4 modulus of tau. So this is the autocorrelation function at the output side. Now we'll approach the next question. Find the power spectral density spectrum corresponding to the autocorrelation function 1 plus e raised to minus 2 modulus of t. So the autocorrelation function Rx of tau, it's given by 1 plus e raised to minus modulus of tau. We need to find the power spectral density. So power spectral density Sx of f is usually written as a Fourier transform of this autocorrelation function. So now we can take the Fourier transform of this equation, Fourier transform of 1 plus e raised to minus 2 modulus of tau. So we know that the Fourier transform of 1, it's del of f, and the Fourier transform of e raised to minus a modulus of tau can write like this: 2a by a square plus omega square, or 2 pi f the whole square. So if you apply the result, it becomes del of f plus, instead of 2a, you can write 4 here, 2 into 2 by 4 plus 2 pi f the whole square. So this is the power spectral density of the given question. Now we can approach the next question. So in this particular question, it is given find the average power of the random process with the following power spectrum. So it is given in two terms, either in ohm or in F. Okay. So if it is given in ohm, you can convert it into F by using simply replacing this omega or ohm. Here this ohm is represented as 2 pi F. Okay. So if you substitute here, it becomes 1 minus 2 pi F by 4 pi. So you can simplify this, it becomes F by 2, and similarly 2 pi F less than 4 pi. If you substitute, you will get F less than 2. Okay, here it is 1 minus F by 2. So I will use the second equation because in most of the cases we will use in terms of F. So find the average power of the random process with the following power spectrum. So power spectral density is given, and power spectral density is given in F. If you plot the waveform, it will be like this. It exists from -2 to 2, and it's a triangular waveform. So it will be like this. Okay. Either you can find the area of this particular waveform, that is a triangle here. So you can approach half BH formula here. So it becomes half into B is 2 and height is 1. So we'll get 1. And for the other portion also, the symmetrical portion, again you will get 2 half BH, you will get 1 here. So either you can calculate the area, here it is 1, here also the area is equal to 1. So total, if you integrate from -2 to SOX, you will get the total power or the average power will be 2 units, okay, 2 watts. Otherwise, we can approach a direct method, that is, we can integrate this equation, average power. We can integrate this equation from minus infinity to infinity, Sx of f dx. But if you are using in terms of omega, you need to write 1 by 2 pi integral minus infinity to infinity Sx of omega d omega. Okay. So if you write in terms of f, it's simply minus infinity to infinity Sx of f df. But if you write in terms of omega, it's 1 by 2 pi into something or ohm. Okay. So now we'll use in terms of f. So we can integrate this from minus, actually this function is actually modulus. So 1 minus modulus of f by 2 means in the left side or negative side, you can write 1 minus f by 2. And the positive duration, you can take 1 minus f by 2. So we'll take f negative in the left side and we'll take f positive on the right side. So your integration becomes minus 2 to 0, 1 plus f by 2 into df, and plus from 0 to 2, it's 1 minus f by 2 df. So if you integrate it, you'll get f from minus 2 to 0 plus f square. Already there is a 2, so you can write f by 4, f square by 4, and it's from minus 2 to 0 plus second term is again f, and we need to apply the limit minus f square by 4. Again, it's from 0 to 2. Okay. So if you apply the limit, here it is 2, and two minus becomes 4 by 4, because 0 minus f square is 4 by 4, so you will get 2 minus 1 here, and here also it is 2 minus 4 by 4. So you will get 2. Okay. Now approach another question. Here the autocorrelation function is given, and we need to find the total power of the random process. So here it's given Rx of tau. Rx of tau is equal to 2 plus 3 e raised to minus 5 modulus of tau. If Rx of tau is given, so actually the total power, you can calculate Sx of f. If you know the power spectral density, you can calculate the total power. So Sx of f is actually the Fourier transform of, this is the autocorrelation function, and this is the power spectral density. So they are Fourier transform pairs. So if we find the Fourier transform of autocorrelation function, you will get the power spectral density. And if you integrate this from minus infinity to infinity, Sx of f df, you will get the total power. Okay. So this we can evaluate in another way, because this is a Fourier transform equation, integral minus infinity to infinity e raised to minus j 2 pi f tau d tau. Okay, this is Sx of f. And if you substitute tau is equal to 0 in this particular equation, it becomes Rx of 0. Okay, so by using that relation, you can conclude that similarly, the inverse for a transform equation, that is Rx of tau, will give you integral minus infinity to infinity Sx of f e raised to j 2 pi f tau into df. So if you substitute tau is equal to 0 in this particular equation, it becomes Rx of 0 will give you integral minus infinity to infinity Sx of f df. Okay. So we can use this property, that is Rx of 0, that is when tau is equal to 0, it will get the total power. So by using this, the autocorrelation function is already given, Rx of tau. You can substitute tau is equal to 0 in this particular equation. So it becomes 2 plus 3 e raised to minus 0. So you can write it's 2 plus 3, which is equal to 5. So total power of this random process is 5 watts. Okay. Now we can approach this particular question. Consider random process x of t is given by 3vt minus a, where it is given v of t is again a zero mean stationary random process with autocorrelation function. So we need to find the power in x of t. X of t is again a random process, but it is a function of another random process. So in this particular question, the properties of v of t are given. If you calculate the expected value of x of x square of t, which is actually the power. Okay, and because already we discussed that the autocorrelation function of a signal of a random process, x of t into x of t plus tau, is actually the autocorrelation function Rx of tau. And if tau is equal to 0, that is actually equivalent to integral minus infinity to infinity xx of f df. So we know this relation, and if you substitute tau is equal to 0, okay, so tau is equal to 0, it becomes expected value of x of t the whole square, which is Rx of 0, that you can write, if you substitute tau is equal to 0, it becomes integral minus infinity to infinity Sx of f df. Okay, here we cannot equate when tau is equal to 0. When tau is equal to 0, the area of the power spectral density curve is equal to the power. So we need to calculate Rx of 0, or in other terms, we can say the expected value of x square of t. So we need to apply the expected value of 3v of t minus 8 is a random process x of t, and we need to take the whole square. So if you expand this equation, it becomes 9v square of t plus 64 minus 48v of t. Okay. So in the question it is given v of t is a zero mean stationary random process with autocorrelation function. That's also given. Okay. So we can apply that result. That is expectation of v of t is equal to 0, because it is given that mean is equal to 0, zero mean. And if you apply expectation to 64, it's simply 64 because it's a constant value. And if you apply the expectation for this v square of t, that we can calculate simply the autocorrelation function at tau is equal to 0, because already we validated expectation of x square of t can equate to Rx of 0. Here the expectation of v square of t we can find out by substituting tau is equal to 0 in this particular equation. So we will get 4 e raised to minus 5 into 0. So it's simply 4. And now we can apply the result. So it becomes expectation of 9 into expectation of v square of t plus expectation of 64 minus 48 into expectation of v of t. Okay, if you apply the result, it becomes 9 into 4 plus 64. So you'll get 100. So 100 watts is the power.